Okay, I'm in the Southwest. I'm near Mexico. I'm in the Central American area. I'm not in the Gulf. I was in the Gulf last year. So for anybody out there who's getting this twisted idea, and I mean from normally responsible people, they get a twisted idea that suddenly people are concerned. First of all, I'm not suddenly concerned about anything. I've been concerned since the day I could do any thinking when I was a child. It started way back then. I'm not suddenly concerned. I've been saying this for years. In fact, I'm going to attach a few links here of me saying that there is a problem with using gas, the oil addiction. There's a problem with using money in society. There's a problem with the New World Order. But I've said we need order. We cannot just go into chaos individually like a bunch of idiots running away from FEMA or running away from nameless conspiracies. Countless conspiracies. There's only one thing going on. The fact that human nature, across the board, you can generally define it as capitalism. You can generally define it as individualism. You can also generally describe it as gang fuck. I mean, nations comprised of individuals with rampant capitalism. That's all. No, fool. That doesn't just automatically make me a communist. I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. I'm not a capitalist. I'm not any of those things. I'm not a globalist. In some sense or form, you can idealize those terms. You can go by the denotation and you can understand something about labeling me, but I'm just for truth. I'm just for what's going to work. I don't need to go with any of the other groups because they haven't worked in the past and they never will. We need to form a new coalition, a unity of that, a unity of individuals that understands what is going on. We need to get off of oil, individually and all of us, and together we will create a society. This is a radical, very intense transition that's required, because if you don't do it now, you will never do it. You will go down with a sinking ship. The world is going to be divided into the people who can do it. They're going to do it today. They're going to start changing their life. They're going to start rearranging stuff and go and do it. That's not new. I'm not alarmed now. I've been saying this since the first time I got out here. You can look at my first 3 videos on any of the channels that I have, and this is what I have said. But now the point needs to be crystal clear in the midst of an ecological disaster that's going on. Let me give you some details. Let's just go to the nitty-gritty that everybody wants to know about, that I really have reason to believe is going on. Because I've been sifting through all the evidence, and I've been hearing from my contacts and putting it together to the best of my ability with a keen mind, scientific method and all. This is what's happening. They're trying to cover up an industrial catastrophe that's ongoing. I do not know if they cannot deal with it or they are purposely letting it go on. Either way, still the same approach that I have, the same reaction, the same solution that I need to implement. What is the government doing about it toward the industrial business folly that happened? Well, they seem to be in collusion. There is a possibility, small possibility, that Obama really is beholden to some of the green strategy, a transition into green energy, sustainable and so forth. There is a possibility. I do not completely believe that, though. That can be another scam. That can be another false impression that they want to put out. Okay? But I say there is a small, slim possibility. But again, no matter what is true on this front, it doesn't matter. It's too little, too late from a government that caused the problem in the first place. Eisenhower even said it. Truman was a freaking idiot, and he knew what was going on. And Roosevelt, obviously, before. They were forced into that because of human nature, because of the old order getting to its perfect, arrogant state. And that is what I mean by World War II. Fighting in that manner for dominion over the world, an industrial, materialistic, polluting, disgusting machine. They tried to control it. They wanted to see who could have hegemony over this, who can unify it, who can create a global new world order. They have done that, but found out, oops, it's a machine that cannot be controlled. It's a wild beast. So why did we fight for control of it in the first place? Come to your senses. Oh, sorry, you can't. So, like I'm saying, with the Obama administration, a little bit too late. And too little. Even back in the days of President Carter, too little. Reagan took the solar panels off the White House. Signs were already back then. I saw them for myself. You want to talk about alarm? No, I knew back then. I'm not getting alarmed now. I know the time. So what's happening down at ground zero around the coastline of the Gulf? That body of water, apparently, and I don't have any reasons to doubt it because I've looked at all the information, seems about 98 to 99% certainty that that body of water is being filled with toxin that is not going to be easy to remove or naturally go into balance that would support life. Do you understand that? It is the 11th largest body of water in the planet. I'm going to stop yelling because I just realized that maybe some of you can't digest this. I'll have to make a very, very calm video after this. But I'm pissed. People are getting pissed. People are starting to see what we're facing. And it's not easy. It would take millions and millions of us together, working in coordination, not under the government, not under BP, not under some failed power structure, but under something new. It would take the unity of the masses under that umbrella, that organization, to solve this. That's what it's going to take. And that is not in place right now. That's why people are starting to freak out. Their way of life, their plans for the future. I mean, in Europe, what are you people doing? What are you people doing in Europe? I mean, you survived Chernobyl and you think, well, nuclear power is okay. And, I got people, several people that I come across try to tell me that nuclear is okay. And they give all their specific reasons. No, nuclear is not okay either. You have forgotten a very simple solution to this. Stop the consumption of energy, electric, or nuclear generated, coal generated, whatever generated, and stop the consumption, the burning of oil. We can create machines that are much more efficient. They are covering up the oil on the beach. They're covering it up so that they can buy enough time. They don't want people to start freaking out. I'm telling you, don't freak out. But if you have to move, then move. There's toxin in the air. There's going to be toxin in the water. It's going to be in the soil. It's going to get into the vegetables. It's going to be hard to filter it out. That's what's going on. This has been going on. But this is an extreme